Hello, professionals. My name is Rico Aladdin, and I am the founder of Professional Lunch. Today, we have a very special guest with us. I am in the studio with CEO Shannon. Shannon is the CEO of the Chamber. We are so glad to have Shannon here. I'm going to give her a minute to introduce herself and what she does. Shannon, thank you so much for being
Oh,
here in the studio. I cannot believe it.
I know we finally made it happen,
Yes,
right?
with
Uh,
Professional Lunch. Tell us who you are and what you do.
sure. Well, first of all, thank you for the opportunity. It's a great pleasure to be here. My name is Shannon Full. I'm the president and CEO of the Fargo Moorhead West Fargo Chamber of Commerce. And so, what do I do? Oh, it's such a great question because it's different every day, right? But the chamber really exists to help individual businesses and communities thrive and prosper, grow. So my job entails lots of different things around anything from helping a small business owner connect with different people that will help them grow their business to programming that we have. I know you're familiar with our leadership program, but
Yes.
we have lots of other programs, women, young professionals, professionals of color. Those are some of our long-time programs. And then public policy. So I do a lot of lobbying. So working with legislators, elected officials at the local, the state, and the national level to make sure that we have good, strong business policies to help our businesses grow. And then finally, we do a ton in talent and workforce. And so some of those programs I mentioned, but a lot of it is working day to day with businesses and individuals that want to really grow themselves, their companies, and the community.
Wow, wonderful, wonderful. I like talking to you about the chamber because the chamber is such a big organization. Given the scope of, they have non-profit, for-profit people, and many of the clubs that young professionals can use to develop themselves. So tell us a little bit about your background. How do you get to be where you are today?
Great question. And it was not a straight path, I'll
Okay.
just tell you. I was joking earlier today, I had the same conversation that I don't know that anybody aspires to be a Chamber of Commerce president.
Mhm.
I definitely fell or stumbled into this role. My background during college was
Mhm.
I was a corporate trainer for the Applebee's Corporation. So I opened new stores and trained new staff.
Mhm.
I then had a little stint as the backstage manager for Country Jam USA. So I was able to manage 26 to 28 national country artists coming in for a festival,
Mhm.
everything from media to volunteer coordination to working with all the road managers. And that led me into a new company that was opening that had an indoor volleyball complex because I was a really big coach.
Mhm.
So I was coaching volleyball, restaurant, sports bar, hospitality. And so I was hired there. And the first thing they told me to do was to join the chamber.
Wow.
So we joined the chamber. I had no idea what a chamber of commerce was. I didn't know why I was joining. I quickly learned within 6 months that I really loved the mission of the
Mhm.
chamber. I had a great um, uh, there was a great president and CEO of that chamber who was going to resign. And she
Oh,
said, I really think that you should look at my position. And I
wow.
thought, um, I thought she was a little crazy because I said I clearly am not qualified. I don't
Yes.
have the experience, all of that. But this is kind of a true testament to mentorship. She
Mhm.
mentored me really intensely for about 6 months, and lo and behold, at the age of 24, I was hired to my first president and CEO position at a chamber. So
Wow, wonderful. This
and so
is
I've
great.
done that then for now 21 years in the Twin Cities. I also moved then to Melbourne, Florida, and I
Mhm.
ran the chamber in Melbourne, Florida for a while. Then relocated to Cedar Rapids, Iowa, Appleton, Wisconsin, back to the Twin Cities, and now here.
Wow, my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm imagining how the whole going, moving and relocating, how that, how you play this. So tell me about your experience relocating. Does that help you with opportunities?
Yeah, I would say that it was never my intent to relocate,
Mhm.
but every single move was a move upward, and
Oh, okay.
so either a larger chamber, a larger staff,
Mhm.
more complexity in the program of work.
Mhm.
I'll give a perfect example. the move from Florida, Melbourne, Florida to Cedar Rapids, Iowa, that was hugely based upon opportunistic and need.
Mm-hmm.
The community had just experienced the $6 billion flood. So 5,400 homes and 1,200 businesses were destroyed in
Mm-hmm.
that flood in Cedar Rapids. So I felt a compelling almost desire, need, or draw me in to lead that chamber,
Mm-hmm.
as we were the only advocate for business recovery to help those 1,200 businesses recover from the flood. And so it was just more of a, almost that uncontrollable, insatiable type of a desire to make that move. So so generally it was for a greater opportunity or
Mm-hmm.
for a greater challenge.
Wow, wonderful. So tell us, how long have you been in this role now?
Yeah, here in the Fargo metro region, my husband and I and two children
Mm-hmm.
moved Thanksgiving 2 years ago,
Oh,
and
okay.
so I started December of 2020, and so it'll be 2 years in December.
Wow, wonderful, wonderful. So where do you see the chamber in 5 years?
Oh, that is such a great question.